Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mistress Winter's Court and a very special event. I am your host and game mistress, Mistress Winter. You can find me at gmistresswinter on Twitter and Instagram. I am really excited for this. This is the first part of a 3-part special event in which we are featuring Sagas, the new TTRPG, Math Light, Rules Light, by our very own Okayest DM, Dennis, who is with us here. So, claps all around. I'm very excited to be running this game and very excited to have all of you here, both our audience and our wonderful players. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it off to them to introduce themselves and the characters that they will be playing for this 3-part adventure, starting with the one and only Okayest DM, Dennis.
Hi, I'm Dennis, the Okayest DM. I wrote this thing.
Yes, you did. Yes. Caveat to that, you wrote the system. I will get into more disclaimers about Horizon Zero Dawn and its copyright stuff, which I do not play any claim to.
I did not write Horizon Zero Dawn. I cannot claim that.
No, not at all. Thank you, Dennis. How about you, Juicy?
Hi, I'm Juicy Garland, a Boston area drag queen and super nerd, and I am super excited to be playing tonight. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Not at all. You will be playing Tech Talk, the Banuk Warrior.
Yes.
Yes. You do have the rule sets for Sagas, correct?
Yes. I did play in Sagas before.
Good.
With Dennis, as a matter of fact. Yes, that I know what I'm doing.
Oh, good.
Mostly.
Well, thankfully we've got the creator here, so he can help guide us if we miss any important rules. So, awesome. Thank you so much. How about you, Mally?
Hello, my name is Mally. I have had a very long day, so bear with me. Just finished some coffee, so I should be able to make it through. I will be playing the role of Hiker, who is an inventor, craftsman, blacksmith of sorts, and I also have no idea what I'm doing, but unlike lovely Juicy Garland, I haven't even touched Sagas before, so I'm kind of excited to learn a new system, especially on the fly.
It is very simple, and we'll keep it nice and straightforward.
It looks good.
And we'll be leaning very heavily on the rule of cool, so that will be to our advantage. All right, thank you so much. And how about you, Dorsch?
Yeah, close. Yeah, that's what most people say.
Okay.
So interesting story on that.
Sure.
Long. I've had it since like 1998, whatever. I'm old. Sorry. But Nate Lauterbach.
You were probably not older than me. Sorry. Go ahead.
So it's at Ed Lauterbach on Twitter, X, whatever Elon wants to call it next week, whatever. And I will be playing. Hi, I am Rorzan. I'm an apprentice priest for the sun god. My father was a priest to the sun god, and his father was a priest to the sun god, and his father was a priest to the sun god. So hopefully I can also be a priest for the sun god.
Wonderful. Got to follow in that family tradition, right?
I'm trying.
Fantastic. Well, as you all heard, we have characters in the Horizon Zero Dawn, the Horizon game series. The caveat to everything is that everything under that banner, the Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, Blazing something, I haven't been able to play that one because I don't own a PS5, but all of that is not we are claiming no copyright or intellectual property on any of it. The only thing that I did was I took the world and I made an adventure in it. So the enemies that they're going to run into, unless uniquely named, are stuff that you'll find in the games. I'm going to do my best not to reveal or have too many spoilers from the games in here. This is hopefully a divergent storyline so that it's not going to conflict with the story of the games. But either way, we are borrowing the lore and we're going to bring you into it. So, what is Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, etc.? So, the world ended at some point hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Nobody knows how, nobody knows why. Just the old ones were there, they had this advanced culture and civilization, and it disappeared almost overnight. The ruins and skeletons of their cities are the only things left testament to their once mighty empire or civilization. The people that survive now came from wherever they believed they came from. The Nora, for instance, a tribe that lives in the southeast, they believe they came from the All-Mother, and the All-Mother gave birth to them, and they worship her as a goddess. The Banuk, a northern tribe up in the mountains, they simply subsist. They love challenges of survival and making their way in the world and seeing who is the strongest and most fittest. The Asuram are an ingenious people, very inventive, like to break things down and build them back up and invent new things. They are a culture based on trade and craft. Then you have the high and mighty Karja. They are a people who follow the Sun King and believe him to be the divine in which they follow, and through their worship and reverence of that monarch have built a vast civilization of themselves. Now, all of this, all of the tribes subsist on hunting. Hunting not animals, for there are actually very few flesh and blood animals. They hunt machines. When the tribes came into this world and explored it fresh, they found that it was being maintained and populated by these strange machines. Machines with horns that would graze, machines that would stalk and protect the others. And for a time, it was simple and easy. You were able to go out, hunt a longhorn or a grazer, and use its parts to put into your clothing or to help you in your daily life, help start fires, etc. But over the generations, what's called the derangement began to affect many of the machines, where instead of being placid or running away from hunters, they would instead turn and attack and fight. Then came the war machines. Machines made not for ecological purposes, but instead armed to the teeth with weapons of war to crush the hunters or humans wherever they found them. In recent history, that derangement has reached a peak, and something more than the usual war machine has, or Thunderjaw has plagued humanity. Machines from the ancient past have been excavated by organizations such as the Eclipse, a splinter group from the Karja, who wanted to see world domination once more. These ancient machines were a threat beyond what anyone had known, and they were only defeated because of one random ass Nora named Aloy. At the Battle of a Light, which took place at Meridian, the central city for the Karja, the Battle of a Light ended that ancient threat from arising. The derangement is still there. There are still combat machines, but the big world-ending threat has passed for now. And thus, you now stand joyous and rejoiceful. One of those two. And that is about where we're going to start our story. So, let's do some character introductions and work our characters into our narrative. We will start with Belfort. You grew up in Shadowfell, or Sunfell, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Your parents were explorers, as you saw them. Scouts that would go out and find locations for possible settlements to further the Shadow Karja's influence.
Yeah, they were good at it too.
Was that their actual job, or was there something a little more shady?
I don't usually. I know I'm not supposed to talk about it, but sometimes they came back a little more injured than you might expect for like scouting, I guess. And sometimes they told me not to worry because it wasn't their blood.
How old were you when they died?
I was like 12.
And how old are you now?
Oh, that was only like 5 years ago, so I'm 17.
Yeah, still. So they only died 5 years ago, correct?
Right.
Oh,
They died
okay.
before the machine started to turn.
Mm-hmm. And what have you done since? Have you been in someone's care, or?
Pretty much right away, they, my people decided that I was ready to fill in their footsteps. So I've been practicing. I've been training really, really hard. And you know, I feel like I'm pretty good at what they do, or what they used to do. And I think I'm a good replacement for them, being able to pick up where they
left off.
Yeah.
Very good. So, during your training, because this would have been in the years preceding the Battle of a Light and the end of the Eclipse, were you exposed to anti-Karja sentiments?
I heard a lot of stories. I didn't leave our lands very often during my training. But it was a pretty rude awakening once I found out how other people feel about my culture.
So you would have heard very little then. Well, actually, so 5 years ago they would have passed. You would have been raised during the Red Raids. Actually, before the Karja and Shadow broke off from the main civilization. So
We are the main civilization.
correct. But the false Sun King Avad had his father executed and has now taken the throne in Meridian. And in the Battle of a Light, he has cast down the true believers, cast down the Eclipse and his Shadow Karja followers. Were you a part of any of that?
I had already been a scout for a while. I was one of the people that they sent early on to see what sort of things the city was preparing to use to defend against us, and I reported back and then was over the ridge for the whole time. It was terrifying. All I heard was a lot of explosions, and then I saw wounded people retreating back my direction, and we all sort of just fled.
And did you stay then in Meridian? Is that what brought you here? Or have you come back for a different reason?
My people have been lost for a long time, and since that's really all I was, it's time for me to find something new. I just hope that I can keep my identity and my former life hidden.
Very good. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Let's see. Rarzan. You are Karja, are you not?
I am.
How old are you?
I'm 15.
15. Not even a
I'm preparing for the ritual to go into adulthood.
That's right. You have been studying the oral history and scripture of the Sun King for years at this point, and preparing yourself for full priesthood. At the beginning of your discipleship, you were gifted the simple red robes of an it's not an apostle. So I keep
Apprentice?
not apprentice either.
Acolyte?
Acolyte. Thank you. I knew it started with.
I have enough A words. I can
keep throwing.
cycle through.
You were given the red robes of an acolyte, but you have not earned the headdress yet of a full priest. The headdress is this big showy thing with these strips of leather cloth that kind of hang in front of your face. Personally, not my style, but religious. There's a religious tradition behind it, so yeah. You have studied for this time, you're nearing your test, but then the Battle of the Light happens. And the entire city and culture is thrown into upheaval. And everything gets derailed. Suddenly the priests are out there taking care of people, preaching the word of the Sun King to the fine people, and have had little time to initiate you into the full priesthood. And I think that's where we're going to start you. So
Yep.
we'll
That sounds good.
come back around to Clanker. So you are Oseram.
Correct.
You are. Would you mind describing your character a little bit for us?
So, Clanker is an individual in their 30s, smooth-shaved head and face, generally, eyes generally hidden behind goggles, with smoky lenses, as they tend to work in the forge. They are talented at not only removing bits and bobs from these beasts that are hunted, but in repurposing them into armor, into weapons, into what have you. Some of those pieces have actually gone into use as a prosthetic leg, as when they were younger, they were a scout, a hunter themselves, until an incident with a particularly nasty creature that ended up losing him his right leg. So they're not exactly super quick anymore, and they don't generally go out on hunts. But considering how peaceful the Oseram,
Yeah.
Considering how peaceful their community are, there's not really a ton of hunting that necessarily needs to be done. They're not the best of people. They've kind of grown a little bit taciturn since their injury, but if you need something fixed up, or if you need scrap turned into useful equipment, they're your peeps.
Yeah, fantastic. To help with the visual there, the Oseram tend to dress in very heavy clothing. Lots of metal rings and plates that are sewn into the outfit. Lots of big belts, almost like wrestling championship belts. Like they're massive. But yeah, lots of heavy, thick leather, so that especially if you're in the forge, you're gonna protect your skin and stuff.
Never
like
seen without like a very heavy blacksmith's apron with tons and tons and tons of pockets.
Exactly. So what brings you to Meridian? Were you in the Battle of the Light helping to supply the soldiers, or did you have something else in mind now that the war is over?
I think Clanker, so named because their prosthetic isn't the best, they would have been there to keep equipment in tip-top shape because even if his leg isn't the best anymore, fingers are nimble as ever.
Wonderful. For your services, during the Battle of the Light, you have been generously rewarded, given a sack of shards, which is the currency that is used as a generic kind of trade. You can also barter in machine parts, but shards are the currency, or the cashy money. Fantastic. I did want to. We will get back to you, Tech, but I wanted to swing back to Rarzan because I forgot a particular aspect. You have a focus.
Yes, it is shaped like the sun. It looks like almost like a compact or a locket. And when it's used to do devices, he opens it up and there's like little like contacts or dongles, I guess is what they're called. And he's always constantly trying to find the right one to get into the ancient technology to make it work.
So the focus is a kind of a neural link device. It generally resembles the sun. So it's got kind of like branching arms, and these are like the neural, or the trodes that would go, and you would press it to your head if you want to use it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like planting the sun right on your head. So that also means that you have an older version of the focus. Typically, like the new-ish ones, the ones that were the most advanced at the time, were just like little triangles that pressed to the temple. But there were older versions that looked like little suns that would cover like half of your head. So that is totally within.
Okay.
Yeah. Where did you get it?
My father gave it to me.
Oh. Fantastic. So
he said he wasn't very good with it, so he was just going to pass it on to the next generation and hope that, because doing the tech stuff isn't necessarily aligned with or part of being a priest, but it was something that's been in the family for a long time.
Absolutely. And being a priest himself, he believed that the images that it would show him were messages from the divine, from the Sun King himself, gracing you with his light and wisdom, allowing you to see beyond the shadow and see the things that are unseen. And you have some experience now with it. And have figured out a few of its functions. What functions have we figured out?
You're gonna make me check my character sheet.
Yes, I am.
All right. So I have. I can use it for communications. I can use it to search databases.
Okay.
I can hack things because I always wanted to be a hacker.
Heck yeah.
And then. I could also do detect technology, which will probably come in useful in combat. So I can tell other people how to kill it because I'm probably not going to be doing that myself.
Wonderful. I love all of that. Would you give me the name or position of another person with a focus that you have communicated with?
What's another city in Karja?
Oh, good question. I just had the map up, actually, so let's see. There is the hunting grounds. Let me see. There's hunting grounds. There's How about Sunstone Rock?
Okay, so Poplar, and he's the head of apprentices at Sunstone Rock.
Perfect.
And he sends communications to me so that I can relay it to through the priesthood.
If I remember correctly, Sunstone Rock is a prison. Prison colony.
I mean, prisoners need the sun god too.
Yes, they do. They do. Head of apprentices at the Rock. It's kind of like the rehabilitation apprentices. Teach them a craft and then get them back out into the community. Fantastic. All right. Last but not least, our wonderful Tech Talk. I just want to call you Talk, and that just reminds me of Altered Carbon, which, yeah.
Well.
So, Talk, you are a Banuk, part of a nomadic tribe that has, until recently, primarily just kept itself secluded up in the northern reaches, called the Cut. But they aren't exclusively seclusive.
Exclusively exclusive?
Yeah. They occasionally have individuals, members who leave the Cut and head out to the greater world for various reasons.
Yeah.
What's your reason?
Tech Talk has moved around a lot, I think, and I think she left early. I think that she has always been a bit of a misfit and has always struggled to fit in with her own culture. And it's always been difficult, I think, making long-lasting relationships. She's always, I think, ready to lash out quickly with quips. So because of that, I think she's moved from group to group. She's sort of a social nomad in a way. And I think this is the first time she's found people that she can actually make kinship with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what kinship has she found?
Maybe there has been some sort of co-trauma with these people. There was an event where they all had to get out of some sort of sticky situation. So, and she helped them survive. And because of that and them helping her survive, she's decided to stick around a little longer than normal. And maybe she likes their personalities for some reason. Maybe everybody's a little bit harder edged here. So she likes that about them, and she can be a little bit more of herself here than she has in other situations.
Wonderful. How long has she been in the Karja lands?
Not long. She's still fairly new, maybe a few months, less than a year.
Okay, sure. Did you take part in the Battle of the Light?
How long ago was it?
Just the other day.
Then yes. Yes.
Fantastic.
And that has further strengthened her bond with them.
I would say that one of the biggest threats before the ancient machines that were coming back, one of the biggest threats that has faced hunters is the Thunderjaw. It is, imagine, if you will, kind of an elongated Tyrannosaurus Rex, armor-plated, with rocket launchers and laser guns on its face. It is...
I love Horizon.
It is meant to destroy people. And you were able to assist your new friends and get them out of the crosshairs as this Thunderjaw was about to obliterate them.
Awesome.
So that's how you started. And then they pulled you into the Battle of a Light to just help save people from these machines that were attacking Meridian. And that's where you are now. Fantastic. Now, as far as looks, generally, and you are absolutely open to change this, traditionally, Banuk will wear kind of a heavy armor and lots of leather, spiky.
I looked at pictures while folks were talking.
Oh, perfect.
So I have already been imagining Tech Talk as being this like hulking, muscular woman, very
Yes.
step on me, mommy energy with like a low gravelly voice. We're going with like strong, like Butch Dyke vibes here. We love her, yes. But like what she wears is like that classic, like thick furs and leather with those lengths of like bright blue dyed fabric accented with yellow and gray, because I like that color combo. We're loving and living here. And then she's just covered in like quivers full of arrows, and she's got like one big bow across her back. Crossed with that is like this massive spear with a nasty blade on the tip of it. And then when hunting, she's gonna wear one of those like wacky headdresses with the long blue strips of fabric on it.
Heck yeah.
And then it's gonna be like a stag skull with like 10 points on it. Because she's gonna go big.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Yeah. And that's what she's gonna wear to hunt.
Frickin' yes.
Yep.
I
And
love
then
all of that.
yeah, and then I imagine the sides of her head are shaved, and she has like blue tattoos, just like simple blocks of ink along the sides, and then her hair is just like dark honey blonde cropped short, just because she doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. So it's just as short as she can get it, but she wants some to stay warm.
Yes. That is all amazing. And it's funny that, you said like blue markings. One of the Banuk's beliefs, one of their main beliefs, is that the blue light exhibited by most machines is sacred. It is their essence, their life force. And they are committed to keeping that blue light alive. That is why the shamans of your tribe will often lace machine cables in their skin, because it contains the blue light. And that is part of your Werrick's belief. Now, a Werrick is kind of a smaller tribe or family that the Banuk are broken up into. And you will have a chieftain of a Werrick. But so it begs the question: do you have a Werrick, or did you go to seek your own?
No, I think she's rejected a lot of her culture because she feels like it has rejected her.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, maybe she will find what she's looking for here in Meridian. All right. Meridian. The city of the sun once stood as a dark monolith at the center of a kingdom bathed in the blood of its neighbors. Now the Spire City rises out of the ashes both its past and its own near destruction. Aided by those very neighbors it had persecuted only a couple of years before. The Sundom's people are shaken, but encouraged by a dawning new age of cooperation and partnerships with the Oseram, Nora, and Banuk tribes. As the dust of the historic Battle of a Light settles, life's shrine is revived, bringing with it new opportunities for commerce and adventure. Our vision swoops down from where the glint hawk flies on Meridian's central market. In the shadow of the palace of the Sun King, merchants and tradespeople bark for customers, claiming rare parts and exclusive finds extracted from the recent war. One booth stands strangely bare, its callers seeking brave individuals and making one claim: to become legends by conquering the legendary Lightshine Gorge. Each of you, for your own reasons, will find yourself in the market at that time. So I leave the floor open to you.
Belfort jogs, almost runs straight towards this stand. Adventure? I love adventure.
You look excited and eager, and I appreciate that in a potential employee. Hi, my name is Tennis, and I welcome you to my little venture. Assuming that you bring a measure of skill with you?
Oh yeah, I can climb pretty much anything.
Climbing is good. How are you with hunting?
He's going to... Belfort picks up a rock off of the ground, and he says, "You see that brick up there? The one that's a little darker than the rest of them?"
Sure, yeah.
I'm gonna throw the rock at the brick.
All right. Give me a throw attack. First roll of the game.
Nice
Yay,
roll.
improvised weapon.
Yep.
So improvised weapon training plus thrown weapon training gives me a D8 to hit a thing with a
Fantastic.
rock. But I got a 7.
I mean, it's a stationary target, so you clip the corner of it, and he. I certainly hope that you're.
I usually do better than that. I promise.
I'm absolutely sure. Why don't you stand by for a moment and see if we can find some other applicants?
Sure. You said it's the Lightforge Gorge?
Lightshine Gorge, yes.
Lightshine Gorge. Looking for adventurers for the Lightshine Gorge!
Hey.
And he just
If I
joins
don't have
in
to
with the
yell,
yelling,
sure.
trying to get people to come.
Yeah, Tech Talk, who is just standing literally right there.
Walks by just as you start shouting.
Adventure. But what about glory?
Oh, there was plenty of glory to be had, for you can make a name for yourself if you are able to get at the center and the very center of the gorge where a room of gold awaits.
And sign me up.
I knew that would catch your attention. Yes, at the center of the gorge, somewhere in the caves, I hear tell of a room full of gold. And I think that if you are able to find it, you will walk out rich people. Any
It's in
others?
the cave, right?
Yes, yes.
You just said.
Yes.
I go in the cave.
Yes, you will go in the cave. Just hold on, just a moment. Let's find a few more, shall we? Become legends. Conquer Lightshine Gorge.
Lightshine Gorge.
So I'm walking through the market with my probably father. You mean I have to leave the town and go on an adventure for the ritual? Can't I just like stay here and like perform a ceremony or something?
With the new revelations that have come to pass over the last couple of weeks, we feel that we need less scholars and more individuals to go out and preach the word of the Sun King.
I mean, I know that's important, but it's dirty out there. Okay, all right.
That's why he kind of like looks around frantically and sees the little group that's starting to form. Look, they look quite formidable and may even be able to protect you as you undergo your trial.
Okay, I'll give it my best shot.
I'm sure you will. I have all faith, and let the Sun King shine on you.
So I'll walk up. Bask in the sun's glory, seeker of truth. I'm here for adventure.
Good.
Wow, you're tall.
You're a priest?
Yeah, I'm gonna be a priest. Really soon now.
And what I'm at a loss. Do you have any special skills that might be able to be useful to our fine explorers?
Is being able to recite the entire oral history of the Sun King something that's helpful?
No.
Well, I mean, I can heal a little bit. I'm good at patching people up.
There you go. Yes.
I can do. I do some tech stuff too, just a little bit. But mostly it's the oral history of the Sun King.
Wait, hold on. Don't just run past what you just said. I'm sorry. You said that you know some of the old ones' ways.
Yeah. Don't you have focus?
No, I don't know what that is. And he just like stares at you as you put this piece of metal to your head.
Do you have any tech? I could probably take it over.
Does anybody know what he's saying?
No.
Okay. Well, whatever that is, if you can talk to old ones.
Yeah, I could do that.
Things.
I can, like when those. I haven't actually been out of the city, but I'm pretty sure that if something attacks me, I'll know how to fight it. Well, I mean, I'll know how these guys need to fight it.
Oh, that would be handy indeed. Well, welcome to the team in that case.
Are you sure you don't want to hear about the first 2 centuries of the Sun King?
I'm being Karja myself. I am quite versed. I did go to church every Sunday.
Okay.
Fantastic. How about you, Clanker? Where are you in all of this?
Clanker has been enjoying a stiff fermented drink with the hard-earned shards. As the last couple of days have been taxing, to say the least, especially with all the fighting, which means all sorts of repairs, all sorts of looting to be done. He has been very, very, very busy, so he has set himself at a comfortable barrel, sipping something, watching this crowd form, and the fact that there's 2 Karja and a massive Banuk has him more than a little intrigued, but for the time being, he sits there until he sits there mostly listening. That's one thing that they've learned is people will say a lot when People will say a lot, and if you pick through it, you'll find all sorts of valuable information. So his ears perk up when the hawker mentions payment. And
Yeah, please keep going.
he slowly planks his way over there. And glances over each of the gathered would-be adventurers. Obligatory take as head tilts back and back and back at Donnie Mommy over here to look her over. You've got a fight ahead of you, sounds like, and everyone knows that no warrior won with a broken weapon. I can keep your kit in line if you keep me alive, and I get my fair share.
And armor, and just what we need to round out our fair little explorer group. We've got our warriors, our hunters, we've got healers, and craftsmen. Fantastic. Let me give you the particulars. If you will, follow me. We are going to head for my caravan. It's down below. We're gonna have to take the elevators. It is waiting for us down there. But I will explain as we go. Have any of you heard of the Lightshine Gorge? Any of you? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Have I?
If it's played any role in the Sun King and any of its history, I'll start talking about it.
Not specifically, no.
Then no, I don't.
I suppose we can give kind of a general knowledge roll. So if you don't have this as a particular talent, go ahead and roll me a d10 and tell me what you think. Or what you get.
So, I have a struggle called poor memory, which means that anytime I have to recall information, because I'm a dum-dum, I have to use a d12.
All right. So
for me, this d12 gets love.
2. Oh, fantastic, Rarzan.
5.
5 for Clanker.
5.
5. All right. Belfort? Were you rolling, or you didn't have to?
Oh no, I just assumed I wouldn't know because
that's,
I've been in training and then secluded for forever.
That is
I
just
don't know
fine.
much about the outside world.
I've read a lot of books.
In general, so this is for like the 5 and up. Lightshine Gorge has a notoriety to it. That it is a place that hides an old one's ruin, and at the center of that ruin is a room full of gold. However, the entrance is guarded by beasts and machines, making it very difficult to get to. Rarzan, you've heard more of the legend, especially in your particular line of work. And the legend is that there is a legendary beast, this two-headed, fire-breathing machine-human hybrid that guards the ruins, and no one has been able to slay it.
Okay, I'm terrified.
Do you share this with the group, or?
Yeah. So what about the giant beast? 2 heads, fire.
So you have heard of it. That will at least ease our conversation. My intent is to dispel the rumors and prattle about this mythical creature of 2 heads and machine-human cross. It's all grazer droppings for me.
Thank the sun it's not real. That would be terrifying.
It would, but I hardly put my faith in any such drivel. My intent is to fund you, to equip you, so that you may enter the gorge, the caves beneath, and find those ruins. I will, my offer is 10% of worth everything you find for each person. 10% each person. I think it's a good deal, considering. I will also provide a generous 400 shard stipend for incidentals and upfront gear in order to equip yourselves.
Okay.
Do you have any questions? Or
yeah, where
are
is
we...
it?
What's that?
Where is it?
Oh, it's some journey south. He kind of does this south west of here. It's kind of between Sunstone Rock and Bright Market.
Okay, good enough for me.
Wonderful. Any other
The
questions?
payout seems a little low.
Oh. I think it's a fair price.
It would be if the risk were lower.
And what do you think would be fair?
Another. She'll count on her fingers. 15%.
15% on top?
Top.
So 10% for each of you, and then 15 overall?
Of the payout price.
I'm sorry, I'm confused.
You said a
So
number.
each of us gets 25%.
No, each of you gets 10% of the total.
Yeah, because he's giving us equipment to start with, we're going to provide him with a part of the treasure.
So essentially, you as a group will get 40%. I will get 60%.
Right. But then there was a stipend, right?
Yes.
More on that.
Oh, okay. Very good. Will you give me a convince or persuasion roll?
Sure. Can I give what would I want to intimidate.
Intimidate. All right.
What would I use? Is that just a D10?
Yep.
For
Just
me,
a
I
D10.
guess.
Yeah.
I feel like for me that should be a D8, but I don't have anything special.
I
got
have
an
to
8.
look at your character sheet again.
Yeah.
An 8?
Yeah.
I will throw in a discount for my wares. That should cover 5 extra percent.
Fine.
Good. Shall we?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's time for shopping.
Time for shopping. He will take you through the markets if you want to stop and purchase anything in particular. That's not what I want. Oregon. There we go. You can just kind of declare what you're looking to get. I don't remember. I thought I updated the equipment list on my document because Dennis had a few notes. But essentially, you've got access to various types of ammunition for bows and slings or thrown weapons. You have spears, bows, armor, any other kind of weapon that you'd like to think of, whether like a hammer or a halberd, anything along those lines.
I'm looking specifically for thrown weapons and a dark cloak.
Awesome. I'm sorry, what was that last one?
A dark cloak.
A dark
so,
cloak.
like,
Gotcha.
throwing axes, bombs, and a cloak.
Okay, yeah. You can find a pretty nice cloak, boar skin. And it's nice and kind of a dark, ruddy brown. Help you blend in with things. That'll
Perfect.
cost you 10 shards. And well, yeah, you already have a stipend of like 400 shards, so
Right.
you're good.
I thought that might be negligible.
Yeah. As far as throwing weapons, you've got hand axes, throwing daggers, anything in that line, but you also have bombs. They are elemental in nature. They are pulled off of machines, and you have various types. You have blaze, chill water, shock. They can be thrown.
And regular.
And regular.
Regular boom booms.
How
much would one
the
of each
ingenuity of
cost?
Osram. What's that?
How much would one of each cost?
That is a fantastic question, which I have here somewhere. Or I thought I did anyway. Oh, yes, I did. So they would be 15 shards each.
Oh, 15.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Then let's do 3 of each.
Perfect. Anybody else?
Yeah, so I saw on the list there's a medicine pouch to make potions.
Mhm.
What skill did you need to make potions? I took paramedic, but I don't know if that's the right one.
Crafting.
Oh, crafting potions.
Mhm.
Well, then I will see if I can get 1 or 2 potions of small healing.
Okay. Perfect. They will be available for a small, we'll say, are 15 shards each.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably it for me.
Okay. Anybody else? Clanker or Talk?
I'd like a crowbar and some lock repair tools if those are feasible.
Yeah, absolutely. I have I mean, it's not like what we think of as a crowbar, but it's a reinforced stick with a couple of machine parts that provide the blade and leverage at either end.
Excellent.
And sorry, what was the other thing?
Lock repair tools or whatever
Lock
the
repair
equivalent
tools.
would be.
Yeah, you can you can get some a set of tools that will be specifically for locks, but when you consider the size of a lock, they're pretty big. You know, kind of the stuff that you'd find in medieval England on shackles and stuff. They're pretty big.
I should probably grab some sort of weapon, although I don't think I actually have training with anything.
You could get a sling.
Sling works. I was actually picturing him with a sling at one point, so...
Yeah, okay. Did you also take... what are your traits?
Let's see. Traits. Crafter's Heritage and Peaceful Tribe.
Okay. Alright, cool. Alright, so you want to get a sling that will... I did not. They will want to trade a... I'm gonna say a scrapper circulator. It's a machine part for the sling, and 20 shards.
Okay. Would that be something I could get my hands on and/or already have somewhere in my?
Yeah, it would have come out of your post-war benefits.
All right. And for the pry-bar and...
we'll say 10 shards.
And then the luck tools.
5.
Okay.
All right. Anything for you, Todd?
Yes. So I was wondering, with the extra information we got about the gorge,
Okay.
the big bad monster we got extra info about. Did we find out, would we know if it has any weaknesses in terms of energy damage?
Well, the only clue that you have there is that it is fire breathing. So, that could mean one of two things. That either means that it has blaze canisters as part of its weak spots, which can be used to explode the thing, or chill water would most likely douse the flames and prevent it from breathing fire.
Okay. So, I would like to upgrade my spear if possible.
Ooh, okay.
And I would like it to, if we can afford it, upgrade it to Chill Major for a melee weapon.
Ooh, That
If that's possible.
that is the seller's price for that
Yeah.
is really steep. As far as you would need to get a. They want a stalker heart. It is a machine part that you would get from a stalker, and that is not something that you have on hand.
Curses. Anyone I can beat up to get one?
You know what? Give me a. I don't know. Search. We're just gonna you're gonna look around and see if anybody has one.
Sure. I rolled a 7.
Nobody. You ask around for a stalker heart. Nobody has one.
All right. Then is it possible to just get a chill effect on my spear?
They could give you a lesser chill coil for 50 shards.
Okay. I don't know where my monies is.
Well, you can take it out of the stipend if you'd like.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will do that.
Okay. Perfect.
About how long would it take to attach a coil to armor or clothing?
Depends on your roll. If you roll really well, might take a couple hours. Lower rolls would probably mean longer.
And would that be metalsmithing that I would use for that?
Not specifically, no.
Okay. Because I was thinking, if we are going in forearmed with this knowledge of it being a fire beast, seeing if we could get some fire lesser coils, and I could put that on clothing.
Okay. You know what? Why not? Coils are probably going to be metal. They're pieces of machine that are going to get worked into the armor and weapons. Go for it.
All right. So how much would 4 be?
4 lesser fire coils.
Yeah.
30 each. We're going to give you a
Okay.
discount for bulk buying.
All right.
So that's
yeah.
so times 4. That's
120.
120. Yeah. I can math.
Because I would be very surprised if like a regular fire coil was accessible, much less 4.
Alright. And then once you have the coils, you can make your check to get them integrated.
And I imagine that would be 4 checks for each, 1 for each.
Let's do 2. 1 for the armors, 1 for the weapon.
All right.
Save a little bit of time.
Cool. So I do have Smith's tools, and I do have the actual talent for metalsmithing. So what would that be? 2d8?
Yep.
All right. I see a 1 and a 5. And if memory serves, this is actually a roll low system, so...
Yep, it is. That's fantastic. So the
Perfect.
the weapon, you are able to integrate the coil in record time. You get it hooked in, wrapping the chill wire tubes all around it, getting them set into the spear, and once you connect the last piece, the head of the spear begins to almost like breathe mist, like you're letting out a breath in the cold,
Nice.
and the frost kind of creeps over the tip. Just the tip.
Going right away. Hey, this is the thing I'm good at. And then I imagine the second check would be for the armors.
Yep, that's gonna take a little bit longer.
That one I got a 3 for the low one.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Oh, you were rolling 2 because you okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm tracking. All right. It still takes a little bit longer. And because there's 4 of them, I'm going to say an hour each.
Okay.
Yeah. But Tennis assures you that you can ply your trade as you are making your way to the Lightshine Gorge.
Excellent.
Yeah. Anything else anybody wants to do or purchase or anything before you roll on to Lightshine Gorge?
I'm so ready.
Perfect. Then I think everybody will be ready for a break. Because we are at 9:30. We do intend to end this at 11, so I think this is a good middle spot in order to take a quick 10-minute break. So we will pick right up at the Lightshine Gorge as soon as we come back, and maybe even see our first combat. Thank you everybody who have been enjoying this special Sagas event. We're happy that you're here, and we hope you'll stick around for the second half, and we will see you then. Hello and welcome back from our little break there. Our group has been hired by a Karja entrepreneur named Tennis, and they are headed to the legendary Lightshine Gorge to face down the greatest threat of their time after the Battle of the Light. When you get to the ground level, because Meridian sits on a plateau, and there is a system of chain and pulley activated elevators that will carry freight and people to its base. When you reach the ground level, there is a very unique wagon awaiting you, flanked by a couple of Oseram guards. This wagon, as Tennis loads up onto it and encourages you to either sit upon it or to walk alongside, he cranks a lever, and the wagon begins to sputter forward. You can see tubes of blaze feeding into what's essentially a steampunk motor, propelling this wagon at a painfully slow pace ahead. The wagon is covered and has all kinds of boxes and goods stored inside it. Most of them are very neatly labeled in paint or dye, really. The trip to the Lightshine Gorge is slow, but uneventful. Most of the machines had been eliminated from the area during the Battle of a Light, allowing a safe passage to down most major roads. And it's only when you get several hours down the road that the caravan splits off from the main road and heads off-road. It crests this hill and takes this small goat path down, and that's where you lay your eyes for the first time on Lightshine Gorge.
I do want to say, at most 15 minutes in, Tech Talk fell asleep.
All right.
Oh, are we there yet? I'm so bored.
Ride's real smooth.
I know, it's like a massage every day. Keeps my muscles very loose.
I can't feel my butt.
That's very numb. Oh, that's fantastic. You come to the gorge, the open area, or the cliff kind of opening up before you. There is a natural bridge at its center. You can hear from your position, about 50 feet up, that you can hear the chirps and electronic warbles of machines nearby.
As soon as I hear the warble, I will put my focus to my head. I've got detect technology.
Mm-hmm.
It says you sense the number and locations of technology within 3 zones of your current zone.
Let me think. Let's see, where would you be at?
And then I know I'm not at the front, so.
You put on your focus, and instantly a myriad of holograms floods your vision. Now, you've had some practice with this, so you know how to kind of rein it in a little bit and interpret the symbols and iconography that is presented to you. And you sweep your gaze over the holographic dome that has appeared in your vision, and the only marker that you can make out in its immediate field is a machine down in the gorge. A watcher specifically. Watchers are like really stubby, elongated chickens, except the size of a person. They've got like a fin-like tail, two really stubby clawed legs, and then their body just extends into this singular head, almost like a cyclops.
Hey guys, there's a watcher in the chasm. We should be careful.
Oh, finally, some action. And I'll hop out of the cart.
Oop, crap. Nah, 1 second. My apologies.
You guys fought machines before?
Are we there yet?
Yep.
I haven't fought anything before.
We're in for a treat.
I will enjoy watching you do so.
Hunter kind of rubs at the prosthetic leg, feeling old pain. If we can avoid it, then it'd probably be for the best.
There's no glory in that. Anything to fight?
I mean, I assume we have to cross that bridge. Or we're not going to get paid.
Then let's go.
Well, if we just cross the bridge, we're gonna get spotted, and when there's a watcher, there's probably 4 or 5.
All right. Then TikTok's gonna find the watcher and try to shoot it.
Wait, not yet. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can take it out myself first.
All right. So we entering into combat then?
Yes.
It sounds like.
Hell yeah.
Also, TikTok's not waiting.
Oh, TikTok's not waiting. Waiting. What is that? All right, Dennis, would you mind reminding everyone how we do reactions?
So, kind of like D&D, combat works in a turn order. Your reaction is what determines what you roll. Every single combat will start with a reaction check. Monsters are going to have a static stat for it, but player characters get to make a roll. There are things that can make this worse or better, but for most people it's just going to be enough, like any other check. For most people it's going to just be a D10.
Perfect.
And then, since this is a roll low system, we'll go lowest to highest.
Perfect. Then everyone, if you will please give me your reactions.
I got an 8. Our non-combatant got a 1.
Could I argue that my wild survivalist talent would give me the D8 for this?
Okay.
Because this is, in my opinion, a check made to survive in a wilderness location.
That's a hard sell.
I would say no,
Yeah.
because that argument could also be used for every single attack roll in any wilderness location.
Correct.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So no.
No, we're not going to set that precedent.
Dennis, you're a bitch.
You're welcome.
I rolled a 3.
Aww. All right. So, all right. Clanker, what'd you get?
8.
Okay. And Rosin? Sorry, what'd you get, Rosin?
Oh, sorry, I won.
Let's see. Alright, so we had 8. Rosin had 1. Moving very quickly for a priest.
To the rear. I'm advancing to the rear.
Tech, what was yours?
3.
3. And Belfort.
Also an 8.
Interesting. Okay. And then my machines. Okay. All right. Rarzan, you're up first if you want to do anything. You can always kind of hang back as well.
Yeah, so remind me with the effort. I know there's an ability for you to provide effort to your compatriots. I think it's encourage. But are you permitted to have more effort than your max?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, then I will use the second portion of my detect item. And basically, since that is a mechanical creature, I also know... basic information about the device, so what it does, how it does it, and its type and commonly scavenged parts. And then I will retreat to here. I don't know if I can do it on the map, but next to this guard here.
Yeah. Awesome. So you give it a quick scan. And your focus highlights vulnerable spots. On a watcher, the only vulnerable spot is its eye, or like to deal any extra damage or anything. Its only weak point is its eye. Otherwise, it's lightly armored.
Hey guys, it's lightly armored, but you can smack it in the eye. Good luck. And then I don't have control of my token, so I can't do it.
Oh, you don't? Weird.
Oh, wait.
All right. Let me
Unless there's something else I'm supposed to be doing with it.
make sure.
It is my first time with Hero Forge, so
Yeah, no worries.
Foundry.
I also do not, I think, as well.
So make sure that you have the proper tool selected. So on the left, make sure you have the token controls and the box. The targeting thing, not the... Yeah, select tokens, not the select targets.
All right, I got it now. All
okay,
right.
cool.
I didn't have the right thing clicked. All right, next.
All right. Perfect. Tech.
Yes. So I do believe I have the correct things selected, and I cannot select Tech Talk. And her token is gray. So just so you know. But I would like to shoot bird thing in eye.
Bird thing in the eye.
Yes. Yes. She's a simple woman with simple pleasures. So, we will use just a standard arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Which means I will roll a d10. Because my bow doesn't have a special die, so...
Do we see any of them on the map yet?
I rolled an 8.
Oh, so the Watcher is down in the gorge, so you'll need to actually get down into the gorge.
Oh, even with bow?
Oh, with the bow?
Yeah.
Yeah. That should be, let's see, making a move. You will have to move to the edge of the gorge, but That's
Okay.
only
The
a
edge of the
zone.
gorge.
So.
Okay. There we go. I have moved. I was able to move her. Okay, great. And then I shoot the bird thing in eye, but I rolled an 8. So I'm not sure if that hits or not.
Now, moving is the action, correct, Dennis?
Oh.
Not anymore.
Not
that
anymore.
was how it
So-
was in the original one, but now you on your turn you can move a zone and do an action.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So an 8 will not hit, though. So
Curses.
you get to the edge, and you spot the Watcher down below.
Mm-hmm.
But your arrow goes wide. It kind of looks down at the arrow that's buried next to it, looks up, and you're familiar enough with Watchers and their tactics to know that it's about to let out a very loud alarm to its companions. All right. In that case, we're gonna move on to Tarzan. Oh, it is the Watcher's turn.
Gross.
Where is the Watcher? Cannot see it on
It's
the
like
map.
right under the bridge. It's there. I promise. I'm not sure why. Juicy can't see it actually. Vision, yeah. Should be able to see it, but yeah, it's like literally right under the bridge. Trust me, it's there.
It's what?
All right, so the Watcher, its eye turns from a blue to a yellow, and it lifts its head and lets out this shrieking call. Beyond it, you can make out several more machines. They look to be longhorns. Passive grazers, generally, who will use their drill horns to dig into rock and the ground. And all of those horns go skyward as they hear the shrill alarm, and they begin to herd together and move away from the center of the gorge. The other Watcher races forward to be with its buddy. As the herd moves away. All right. Belfort.
I would like to first make a check to hide. I forget what exactly my bonus was to that. Don't remember how many ranks I took in sneak. D8s to move quietly, and that's what I would be doing here. So that's my action, to move quietly.
Okay. Where are you moving to?
Toward the edge of the gorge and down.
All right.
I got a 3 on that check.
Perfect. You slink to the edge, and while the Watchers are pinpointed, directed at Talk, you begin to scale down the cliff. Now for Foundry, in using Foundry, where I have those labels, climbable cliff, all you need to do is drag your character onto those and you'll actually hit the next level. Well, should anyway. Or not, maybe not. Supposed to. That's what I did.
Ooh, I saw something. I saw a little blue something.
Yep, those are the longhorns, but no, you should be. Man, I tested this over and over again. Oh, there we go.
Whoa!
There you go.
Oh, golly.
Everything just changed.
And fortunately, yeah, this whole levels thing is weird. All right. Moving on.
that's my turn.
Clanker.
Clanker is going to hold their action. And he's equipped with a sling, and he doesn't feel particularly able to hit at this range, because if memory serves, slings are close range?
Yeah.
I think written was close to mid.
Close to mid, yeah.
Oh, okay. And since I don't have the training for the ranged weapon, would that mean I'm using a D12?
D10.
D10, okay. Yeah. He'll try and beam one of these birds in the eye.
Okay. Are you just using like a rock?
Just a rock, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
That's the one.
Wow.
Nice.
Very nice.
Crit.
A 1 is a crit. So you rush to the, Clank
Hobbles over.
hobble to the edge. Take
It's
aim.
nice smooth stone.
Mm-hmm.
Lines up the shot and leads it a couple of feet. Alright.
You get the nice angle to make sure that the arc doesn't throw you off, and you nail it right in the eye as it's staring up at you. That deals 2 damage, and it like jerks back its eye glass, or the kind of like metal eye just kind of shattered in the center. Still functional, but barely. Oh wait, no. I apologize. That thing's dead. I just looked at it. I had to remind myself to look at its health. It only had 2 health. So you put it right in the eye. It lets out this whining groan as the whole thing short circuits and drops.
Making a mental note of where it lands to salvage if able.
Perfect. All right, Rarzen, we're back up to you.
Oh, so soon?
Yes.
So they've all moved towards the cavern at the side of the canyon, right?
Yeah.
I haven't heard any of them get hurt yet. So I will... I guess I'll move...
So make sure you're clicking on the select tokens thing and not the measure distance thing. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, so I'll move to look over the cliff, and then I will just use my sensor again and see if I sense anything other than the watchers out there. Like when they did their squeaking, see if maybe they called reinforcements or anything.
With its range, you only get the one watcher left.
Good job, guys! Get it in the eye! That's it.
All right. Talk.
And she'll pull out another arrow, knock, and shoot.
Perfect.
This time it was a 4.
Oh, awesome. That hits.
Yes, excellent.
And you deal. The arrow goes into its neck, and a spray of sparks eject after it, but it is still up, if not a little worse for wear. Do you want to move?
I will get it next time.
Maybe climb down the cliff, or
how many squares can I move?
so it's not squares. Distance is measured in kind of abstract zones.
Right.
And zones are about what, Dennis? They're like a couple meters.
15, 20 feet in diameter.
Yeah, 15, 20 feet, yeah.
So about
All right.
3 of these squares, 3 or 4 of these squares would be a zone.
Yeah. 1, 2. All right. I'm gonna move, and I can move 1 zone or 2.
1.
1.
All right.
Unless you're just gonna jump off the cliff, and then you can move a lot more.
Yeah, that would be funny. No, I'm gonna move 1 zone west.
Perfect. All right. That will take us to the Watcher down with Belfort. It has not noticed you, Belfort, as it is kind of torn because it's got its herd behind it to protect, but the threat's up there, and it can't get you up there, Tech. So it's like,
And I'm making a lot of noise.
yeah. It's going to move a little bit closer, watching as kind of mirroring your move. The longhorns have clumped up at one end of the gorge and are kind of waiting to see what the outcome is. Will the threat be eliminated, or are they gonna have to go running again? Belfort.
That's me.
That's you.
From my hidden position, I'm going to pick up a nice, sharp-looking rock. I'm gonna throw it at the Watcher.
Ooh, okay.
So, since because this is another thrown weapon, I get to use a D8, and since I am hidden, I get an extra die.
Ooh.
I'm double checking that that's the correct rule before I do it, because I actually haven't done this in game yet. Character benefits from being hidden. Their attack gets +1 die. Cool. So that's a 1.
Yeah. You give it like a whistle to draw its attention, making its head swivel to your position, giving you full, yep, and get to nail it right in the eye, which shatters, and it just slumps forward.
I take a look at the longhorns, or the grazers. What are they doing?
They are watching from the distance. The lead one, and you head deep into the gorge. The canopy the open canopy above you slowly begins to disappear, and you find yourself in caves before you even realize it. I have to actually pull you all in here.
Ooh.
There
New
we go.
map?
Now, there are only a few spots of light within the cave system that lies before you in the darkness. A modicum of light does pour in from behind you, but even that is limited. Does anybody have any light sources?
Ooh. No.
No.
Would
Nope.
I be able to craft a torch?
Sure, yeah. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, go ahead and give me a crafting check.
Oh. Six.
You are able to put that core to good use and finagle a lens onto the top of it, and it begins to glow in this small dome of light that gives you some modicum of light. So we'll do... There we go. Now you should all be able to see that, just that little bit. You can
Well, I will
hear
move
the
further.
rushing of water off to your right, and even see the edges of a cavernous pool of water. There are growths or batches of red flowers all clumped together in bushes. For those who are familiar with the game, Aloy uses these quite often to hide in and be able to stealth around the various machines.
It is very convenient that it matches her hair.
Right?
Wild how that works.
I actually never thought about that. That's good game writing.
I think that I will probably want to go towards the noise. So if I can't quite select my token right now, but when I can, I would like to walk towards the water sound and see what's over there.
You still should be able to.
Oh shoot, I was looking at the wrong gray token. Ha. That's me being dumb. I'm getting so into character that my brain cells have died. So yeah, I want to go take a look at what's in this area.
You begin to the water begins to seep into your boots as you begin to walk into the water to your right. You can kind of make out in the shadow ahead of you a small waterfall coming from a higher level.
Anything else I can see in here that is interesting? How deep is the water? Is it?
It's like shin deep.
Okay, so it's not like spooky deep. Okay,
No,
cool.
No. Though you are pressing out of the light, so you're bathing yourself in darkness and water.
I have
Hey guys,
dumb
we should probably go
confidence.
with him. We should go with her. Let's go.
But I found a thing over here.
What'd you find, Belfort?
I have no idea. I can't actually see it.
At the edge of the light, you can make out some crates and camping equipment that has been left here.
We're not the first down here, guys. Hang on, before we go towards the sound that is definitely just a waterfall, can we rummage through these other people's stuff first?
What?
Just bring the light over here.
What?
Oh, that was
Come on, big
yes. Wonderful. Thanks, Clanker. I'm gonna start rummaging through other people's stuff.
All right. Let me get a quick roll here. All right. In the first crate, as you pop it open, it's pretty new in comparison to, like, it hasn't rusted. It's probably only been here less than a month, maybe. But you shove the lid open, a little crusted with dirt, and inside is a small cache of supplies, including a small health potion, a pouch of 20 shards, 5 standard arrows, and 2 shock arrows.
Does anyone else want to hold on to a potion, or do you want me to grab that one too?
Yeah, you can take this potion, and Tech, why don't you take these arrows? We got 5 normal ones and 2 zip zaps.
I love that you presume I actually went back and listened to what you said. No, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'll go with that. What did we get? We got how many zip zaps and what's?
5 regular arrows and 2 shock arrows.
Sweet. Zip zap arrows by 2. Swell. They do electric damage. Awesome.
Starts with an L, electric damage.
Yep, that is what I typed.
Amazing.
Oh, and I do just want to clarify that I did go back and collect the arrows I had shot off earlier, if that is possible.
The one you missed, yes.
Okay.
The others would be broken in the attack.
Okay.
You could ask our crafter, you could keep them and see if the crafter can repair them later for you.
Yes, then we will say I unceremoniously dumped them onto him. Can you fix these?
If you give me some time, yeah.
It's just like splinters.
Good idea searching
We
this.
find-
This is really good. I wonder what
We
happened to the
find
people.
2 arrows in the next crate. Ah, look, I fixed your arrows for you. I definitely didn't just find new ones.
Oh, I found a waterfall.
Okay, let's go see the waterfall now.
Oh, there was a second crate.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, second crate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Second crate.
Second crate. In that one, I'll give you a slightly different result. Ooh. In that particular crate, you're going to find 5 blaze arrows, 10
Ooh.
standard arrows, 30 shards, and...
I'm just collecting the shards,
Yep.
by the way.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we're going
A-
to be using them down here, so...
I can actually make stuff using the shards, if I recall.
Oh, cool. Well, we have
Yep.
57
Yeah,
now.
A shock resistance potion.
Ooh.
Right. How many blaze arrows were there?
5.
If no one else can use arrows, yoink. And then what other arrows were there again?
10 regular
10
ones, I
standard
believe.
arrows, yeah.
Okay. It's like Christmas morning.
All right. But that clears up that camp.
Well, it's very clear that archers came down here. Other than that, I can't tell who these people are or were, or even if they're still here.
I'm sure they made it
Waterfall?
out perfectly fine. They were just a little busy and they just went straight out.
Yeah, they just forgot all of their stuff.
That's what I'm going with. When I get to the water's edge here, I will try to detect. That's 3 zones away.
3 zones? Very nice.
I assume I can't have it on all the time, so I'll probably try to do it at intersections and things like that.
Nothing in the immediate area now.
Clanker, bring the light.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I forgot. Clanker's not in the Foundry, so... All right. There is a dip, a sharp decline into a lower area.
Go that way, Clanker?
So, guys-
Shine the light down there to see what I can see.
So I remember reading this adventure, and when they were exploring their thing, they always took left turns, and then when they had to run, when they left the cave, they just had to turn right all the way out to the front when they were running away.
And that was a nonfiction book you were reading, right?
Yeah.
Tech Talk jumps down.
The area is a little small, nice and comfy, flanked by more of those red reeds. But in the distance, just in the next chamber, you hear this grinding noise emanating out towards you. Sounds like some metal being sawed open.
I will pull out my spear.
Yeah, I will inch forward and then try to use my thing to see if I can. Right here.
Oh.
Yes. So, your focus picks up 2 machines in the next room.
Oh, there's 2 machines in the next room. Does it seem like it's
Tech, are you barging straight in?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
Fear noises.
And you're only at the edge of Clanker's light, and you can make out this hulking dog-like form of a scrapper. These are carrion machines, essentially. They will find downed machines, piles of metal, and other materials that they can then recycle and carry back in for refueling the various cauldrons from which they generate.
Now this is a worthy opponent.
And you immediately see the lights of another one further in turn yellow as it spots you. And
Before it spins towards Tech, I would like to dart into the room and hide in them bushes.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
6.
6. Okay. With Tech rushing in and drawing a focus, yeah, you slide into the bushes, and if they noticed you, they don't make it apparent. But in this case, it is going to be more combat. And I need reactions.
Yay!
All right.
More fighting!
More fighting.
Heck yeah.
That's another 1. Oh my god. Why are you getting the 1s? This makes no sense.
I don't want it.
I'll trade you.
I don't want it.
I want to go at the end so I can do stuff for you.
All right. So, Belfort, what was yours?
10.
Oof. All right. Close enough. Clanker, what was yours?
4, and I just want to say to you, Dennis, I appreciate how quick it is to level up in this game, because I was able to bring myself up to the correct level, like, in the couple of
Yay.
minutes then.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Amazing.
And Tech.
I got a 6.
Perfect. And Rarzan. Sorry, I can't see all the fingers.
1.
1. Damn. All right, Rarzan. You're up first.
Yeah, so I'll use my detect to identify them as a scrapper and any weaknesses they have.
Absolutely. So scrappers, they will primarily attack with their in melee. They will attack with their maul, which is a series of grinders and vicious like piranha like or saw like jaws. They have a ranged laser attack, which comes from one of their vulnerable sources, which is the power cell on their back. And then they have a resource canister toward their flanks.
Okay. Guys, they have sharp teeth and lasers.
And lasers!
But hit the energy pack and they'll blow up real good. That's it.
Perfect. All right, Clanker.
All right. So Clanker is going to move in to bring a bit more light. That way, TikTok is a little better able to prepare herself. And he is going to take another shot.
Okay.
Cool. It's still going to be a D10 because I didn't upgrade that. But he is going to, because he's trying to juggle the light and the sling. He's going to miss by a country mile with a 9.
Ah, yep. The lantern almost falls, and you have to like catch it, which releases the rock, which flies harmlessly into the cavern wall beyond. All right, Tech.
Yep. So I would like to move up if at all possible, and then I would like to attack with my spear.
Wonderful.
Which this one is D10. The word of D10. There we go. That rolled a 3, and this does cold damage.
Wunderbar. You jam your spear into its flank, sides, shoulder, and sever some of its artificial muscles. It's still up.
For now.
But only for now. Perfect.
I got that reference.
Oh, good. I hoped you would. Be a musical theater person. All right. Belfort. No, I'm sorry. The scrappers go next. The scrapper turns, ignoring your spear shoved into its shoulder, and takes a swipe at you with its grind maul. I need an avoid attack or void melee.
Yes.
I think I gave you some stuff that should help.
You gave me armor.
Yes, which
Yes,
I believe
yep.
allows you to roll at a D8.
Yes.
Yes.
Which I rolled a 2.
Perfect.
Hi.
You get your gauntlet in, and jam up its grind maul, and it is unable to get at your fleshy bits.
Excellent.
Wonderful. The second one, however, stalks forward, and a bead of light appears on the power cell on its back before a blast of energy rockets for Clanker. So I need an avoid power attack.
And I imagine
Or
since I don't have armor, that's going to be at a D10.
D10, yep.
Okay. Ooh,
What is it?
dos.
Dos. Fantastic. You throw yourself to the side as the laser cuts forward and just slices a line along and scorches a line across the cavern floor and misses you completely. Perfect. Wonderful. All right. Now Belfort.
All right. I'm going to hoist one of these chill bombs in my hand. No. I'm still hidden. I don't want to do that yet. Yeah, I'm just going to I'm going to take another rock. I'm going to throw it at the one that is in melee in the same zone as Tech.
Okay. Throw
am
your
I
rock.
hidden?
You are?
Okay. 1.
Nice.
So I pick up the rock and I just pop up out of the bushes and hurl it like a baseball pitch, and the rock goes clean through one of its limbs, like one of its legs falls off or something.
All right. Yeah, you finish the job of Tech's spear as you lace the rock right in, and you hear snapping cables as the whole thing just comes free. The front leg comes off and it hobbles for a moment, suddenly off balance, and then crumbles to the ground in a whine of servos and dying motors.
And then for my movement, I think I will stay right there.
Stay right there. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Blah. Dead. All right. Rarzan.
Good job, guys.
I'm here for moral support.
Which is an action you can take, essentially.
So I will come here, and you guys see me reach into my cloak and pull out a sling and a rock. And that's just a D10, right?
Yep.
I'm not proficient. 8.
8 does not do it. The rock hits it, but hits a metal armor plate and falls harmlessly away.
This is harder than it looks.
All right, Clanker.
All right. Clanker is going to set this set this light down so that he has both hands.
Mm-hmm.
Scoop up a rock and try and. Clanker's going to actually try and do a combo with who's after him.
Do with who? After As Tech.
Is going to try and do a combo attack with Tech Talk. So I'm thinking that now that he has his hands free, he can better line up a shot, but he's going to try and take the shot not so much to try and damage, but to distract so that he can get a solid killing blow on it.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
So
Very
I
good.
will spend 2 effort.
All right. Well, let's see how Tech does. Are you going after with spear or bow?
I'm gonna keep spear out, I think. I've been liking the results here, so gonna do it again.
All right.
And I rolled a 2.
Nice. So
Wunderbar.
you'll get an extra damage.
Yes. Oh, yes, thank you for moving me up. Yes.
No worries. Awesome. So, Clanker, you let loose the rock just as Tech leaps forward, spear in hand. The rock knocks the scrapper's head to one side, opening its neck for Tech to get in there and jam her spear in. I think it is still alive,
Wow.
but barely. Yep. Cool. Yep, it is still up, but sparks are spraying from its deadly wound. And it's going to try and retaliate. I need an avoid attack. Tech.
All right, I will. 8.
8. That is not good enough this time.
Ah! How much damage do I take?
And 1.
Wow.
This, thinking that you may have triumphed, gave it the opening to wrench itself free from your spear and get a good chunk out of your leg. So you'll take 1 damage. You'll take 1 damage.
Yep.
And we'll go
Curses.
to Belfort.
All right. Let's see. Now is in the same zone as Tech, so I'm not about to blow Tech up. I'll stay right there and throw another rock.
Throw another rat.
For my rock throwing ability, that's a 7.
Is it meets beats, or does it have to do better?
Ties go to the player.
Okay. Well, in that case, you hit it.
Wham! Wow.
Yeah, they
Amazing.
didn't have a lot of defense.
Basically none. Awesome. So this one, I think I want to get it like jammed in an armor plate, like on its neck, and the rock just sticks there, and as it tries to move, it starts to chew itself apart from the inside out.
Ooh. The whole thing just begins to unravel as the rock jams up the various moving parts, and they begin to fray and unwind and snap, considering its massive wound from Tech. And the lights will leave its eyes or lenses, and it will sink to the floor, motionless, ending the danger. And leaving the caves mostly quiet for now. All right.
So I'll go up and check Tech and see if she received a wound. I know she took some damage, but I don't know if she got a wound or not.
Did not get a wound, no.
Okay.
It stung. Good.
Okay. You can try one of these. Edgy healing potion.
Oh, thank you.
It'll heal 1 health.
Yep, so you'll be good as new.
I'll strike it down.
The concoction of strong herbs and other strange liquids that got worked into it from nature
Nice.
have a soothing healing effect on your wound and help staunch the bleeding.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Do we level up?
So yes, you will, because we are actually going to stop there for the evening. This has been a lot of fun. I think this was a great introduction into the world of Horizon, and I'm really excited for everything that is coming up. There's a lot more in these caves than just some random machines. I promise that it's going to get so much more interesting. So I hope that all of you will come back next week, next Tuesday, for part 2, and we will learn a little bit more about the Lightshine Gorge and what secrets it's hiding. Until then, I have been your Game Mistress Winter. Again, you can find me at gmistresswinter on Twitter or X and Instagram. I am working on a couple of different things. You can find me here most Mondays. We were off this past Monday, and we are off next Monday, but you will find me here on Mondays doing a Pathfinder 2nd Edition campaign called The Facet, Stories from Parasond, in which Dennis is in, plays Archie. Absolutely love gaming with Dennis. So, and then on Thursdays, we have Ravenwood, a Monster Hearts 2 story that has Juicy in it. And she's been absolutely fantastic, and I love the story that's going on over there. We are also working on a Monster Hearts podcast. We are teaming up with the Tabletop Tailspinners Network, and we will be putting out some podcast content, actual play podcast content.
There you go.
In the next
Easy for you
month
to
or
say.
so. Yeah, right? Yeah, but that will be coming out in about a month or so. So keep an eye out for that. Beyond that, I think that's all I have going on. Yeah, that's what's going on with me. How about you, Dennis?
Ooh, man. Hi, I'm Dennis. I run the Okayest DM YouTube channel, and you can find me on all the socials at okayest__DM, or sometimes just Okayest DM if they don't allow underscores in your handles. I made this game. It is currently in beta playtesting, and it is free on DriveThruRPG. Right now, the current version that we're playing is 0.07. We're planning for a January Kickstarter to update the art inside, make the layout all pretty, and if we get enough money on the Kickstarter, we'll be able to print physical copies of this thing. And I'm very, very excited for that. That'll be sometime in January. But in the meantime, if you want to pick up your own copy so you can follow along in the rules with us, head on over to DriveThruRPG and just search SAGAS Playtest.
Fantastic. And I definitely recommend it. I have really enjoyed helping be part of the beta test for this game and this system. It's been a blast. Working with Dennis and everybody else who's volunteered to lift this system into the light. So thank you.
I could have not have done it without your help, Winter, and the help of everyone that is playtesting this with me, especially you here at the table. Horizon works really well with this system. I'm very surprised. I'm continually surprised at how well these different worlds work. Like, Horizon works as well as Pokemon does, which is wild.
Yeah, because you did a Pokemon Apocalypse one, right?
Yeah, it was insane.
Very awesome. How about you, Juicy? What are you up to?
Yeah, so in addition to Monster Hearts with you and a couple other projects, I have other stuff sort of cooking in the background. It was recently sort of low-key announced, so I can talk about it. I'm doing Phantom Arts Fest in October with the Neon Caster, which is really exciting. I will be GMing a Delta Green scenario of my own making. More to come on that. Maybe with people close to home here. I'm really excited about that one. That should be fun. In addition, I have my Friday night Cyberpunk Red game that happens most Fridays. Yeah, just keep paying attention to my socials. Juicy Garland, one word, on Twitter, and Blue Sky, and juicy.garland on Instagram. And I'm always posting what's coming up next, including an in-person story hour next weekend, and then a drag event in Concord, New Hampshire as well the week after that.
Wonderful. I hope that all of you watching will go check out Juicy stuff and follow and like and subscribe and all that fun stuff. Fantastic. Thank you. How about you, Mally?
Oh no, Mally might be frozen.
Oh no. All right, we'll go.
At least it happened now.
Yeah, right. Go over to Torche.
Hello, I'm Mally. I have sunglasses on. Once again, at Ed Lauterback on Twitter, X, whatever. Currently, I am running a 5th edition campaign on Sunday nights. It's one of those long form ones. It's going on a little over a year. So they're right around 12th level. It's starting to get a little crazy. I played another one on Friday night. But other than that, I'm open for projects. People, need a player, need a DM. Got a lot of experience doing that. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I'm just trying to escape from my boring day job of being a compliance officer for a financial firm. So, gotta keep it interesting when I'm not paying the bills.
All about compliance. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of assessments. So I'm right there with you. Well, definitely glad to have you, and I look forward to seeing what happens in part 2. Is Mally coming back? Maybe?
Can we hear Mally?
I don't know, can you?
We can hear you.
Yes,
so
we can.
Go ahead and give your outro.
Hi, my name is Mally DeBlack. You can find me on Twitter at Mally_DeBlack. I mostly just shitpost, give people love, and of late, endlessly mock blue checks and turfs because they fucking need it. Occasionally, I sucker my way onto various streams. These people have been kind enough to let me join them for a couple of sessions, and I am having a blast. Even with, the occasional tech issue here and there. But I am very much looking forward to seeing where this goes. Not only this particular game, but definitely going to be keeping an eye out for this system when it drops.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And this will be available video on demand on Mistress Winter's Court YouTube channel. So if you would like to relive this or you didn't get to watch all of it, please check that out. I will try to get that put up as soon as possible. And we will have links to the Okayest DM's channel, as well as links to the various music and stuff that you've heard tonight. And yeah, thank you so much for all of your support, especially special shout out to Vampire Bites, who donated to the fundraiser that I just started for Planned Parenthood Federation of America. Really appreciate that. We don't have any particular goal in mind, but it's an organization that I think fits in with the theme of the secrets of Lightshine Gorge. So, yeah. What? Ursa, mother, right? Oh, I don't know if I should take that seriously. If you would like to donate, please do. There's no obligation, and we just really appreciate your support. And tell others about it. Have them come back for next week, next Tuesday, same time, same channel. I think we will see you then. Have a good night, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.